Welcome back. This is MLEC, Mentalink Education Consultants, linking you up with real-time facts and solutions about all your educational needs. Today, I prepared you a very important segment on the placement of learners in junior school grade 9 to senior school grade 10. Welcome back. This is MLEC, Mentalink Education Consultants. Today, I prepared you a very important segment on the junior school transition to senior school with special coverage on the KJSEA assessment. That is the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment, which the grade 9s are going to sit at the end of this year. To be precise, this national assessment is going to be conducted starting from the 27th of October and ending on 3rd November. In actual fact, this particular assessment is going to take actually 6 days. It's not like the grade 6 assessment that is taking 3 days, or like the KCPE that used to take only 3 days. This particular assessment is going to take our junior school grade 9 6 days. Now, how is the structure of this assessment? Why is it going to take actually 6 days? How does it look like? Do we have multiple objective questions? Do we have structured questions? Do we have project activities? How are marks supposed to be awarded? And if we look at each and every learning area, how are the distributions of marks done with regards to how NEC is going to conduct the marking? And after that, what next? But then, first things first, let me just take you through some of the most pertinent issues that you need to understand with regards to this particular national assessment. Okay, you all should by now know that junior school grade 9 are going to sit. Actually, there are 12 assessment areas that is cutting across: 1, English, Kiswahili, mathematics, the Kenya Sign Language, integrated science, social studies. Then we also have got agriculture. Then we also have Christian religious education, Islamic religious education, Hindu religious education, creative arts, and pre-technical studies. Now, with that in mind, that these are the learning areas where our students are going to be assessed, how are marks going to be distributed per learning area, or rather per subject? This is going to be very important. This presentation is going to be very important for all grade 9s and their teachers, and also in those who are having children in grade 9. Let me take you through the structure of the paper. Starting from paper 901, by the way the papers are coded, that is paper 901, and I'll end with paper 912. Paper 901, that is English, it is going to be administered in 2 papers. That is paper 1, which is languages. The language is going to be marked out of 50. Then we are going to have the breakdown in this format. Listening and speaking is going to be 5 marks. The closed test, the closed test, this is where the learners are expected to fill in the gaps, what and all that. Okay, then that is 10 marks. Then reading comprehensions. How many comprehensions are there? We have got 4 comprehensions, and this is going to be awarded 20 marks. Then we have got the section for grammar, which is going to be awarded 15 marks. This paper is going to take a period of a duration of 1 hour 40 minutes. Then paper 2. Paper 2 is English composition and literature analysis. This is also going to be marked out of 50 marks. Then how is the structure? This is how the structure of paper 2 looks like. Paper 2 has been subdivided into 2. That is section A and section B. Section A is composition writing, which is going to be marked out of 15 marks. Remember, we used to mark composition out of 40. This is very different. Then we are going to section B. Section B has 35 marks. What are learners going to be tested in section B? They are the following: 1, oral literature, 10 marks. 2, novella, these are short stories, by the way, 10 marks. Then 3, play, that is 10 marks. And then the last one, 4, is poetry, 5 marks. That is the entire structure of paper 2, which is also going to take a duration of 1 hour 45 minutes. I'm done with paper 901 English. Let me take you through the next language, which is Kiswahili paper 902. The structure is more or less the same. The only thing that is different is the language. But when the marks are, how are marks distributed? Okay. Kiswahili will also have paper 1 and paper 2. So paper 1 is paper 902/1. That is Kiswahili Lugha, which is also going to take 50 marks, going to be marked out of 50. Then after that, we are going to have the multiple choice questions. That is where we are going to have ufahamu wa kusoma. That is also 4 paragraphs ama vifungu vinne, 20 marks. Then we are going to have kusikiliza na kuongea ama kusikiliza na kuzungumza, also going to be marked out of 5 marks. Then sarufi is going to be marked out of 25 marks. And then this is going to take us also 1 hour 40 minutes. When we are done with that, we go to Kiswahili paper 2. That is paper 9022. That is insha, writing, and ufasihi. Okay, so this is also going to take 50 marks. What is the structure of Kiswahili paper 2? There is insha, writing, 15 marks. Then section B, of course, section A is insha, writing. Then section B is ufasihi, that is fasihi. Fasihi, simulizi, is going to be marked out of 10 marks. Then we have got novella, also 10 marks. Then tamthilia, 10 marks. And lastly, ushahiri, then that is also 5 marks. We are done with Kiswahili. Let's go down to mathematics, the very important subject here. Mathematics is going to be administered in 1 paper consisting of 2 sections, totaling to 100 marks. Let's look at section A in mathematics paper 903. Section A is going to consist of 20 multiple choice questions. These are questions where learners are just going to calculate and then they pick either the answer from option A, B, C, or D. You know, remember how KCP used to be marked. So they are going to be 20 multiple choice questions. And then section B is going to be structured questions, meaning that they are not going to have any choices. They are going to be given only the questions and then they solve and then they write their correct answers. This is going to be marked out of 80 marks. Mathematics paper is going to take a duration of 2 hours. This is more or less the same thing we used to see in KCPE. Then let me take you through number 4. Number 4 is paper 904. This is the Kenya Sign Language. Now the Kenya Sign Language is going to be administered in 2 papers. Paper 1, which is paper 904 of 1, is the Kenya Sign Language, which is going to have the structures and the functions, and then this is also going to be marked out of 60. Remember, the Kenya Sign Language is going to be administered for learners with challenges, learners who are being assessed under the learners with the disabilities, okay, depending on whichever type of disability the child has. So they are going to have section A, B, and C, where section A is going to talk about observe and sign, 15 marks. Section B, view and interpret, 30 marks. And then section C is going to be grammar, which is also going to be marked out of 15 marks. But I think at the same time, they have got paper 2, that is going to be the language used and the content. This particular thing area is going to test them on the expressive skills. It is going to be marked out of 40 marks. Then there is part of the structured test and the essay questions. This is also broken down into section A and section B, where section A, we are going to see these learners going to be assessed on a written story based on a series of graphics. Graphics, it means that they are going to be given some pictorials. Then they write about the picture they can see. That is going to be marked out of 20 marks. Then section B is essay based on the thematic areas and the pertinent and contemporary issues, that is PCIs. This is also going to be marked out of 20 marks. Let me take you through another very important paper. Paper number 5 is the integrated science. I know this is going to play a key role to the pathways, that is whether your child or a child is going to take the STEM pathways and all that. This is going to play a key role. So how is integrated science going to be assessed? What is the structure of the integrated science? This is how it looks like. This paper is going to be administered in 2 papers. Paper 1, which is 9 or 5 of 1, is the integrated science, which is going to be marked out of 70. This particular section has got, particular paper 1 has got 2 sections, section A and section B. Section A, which has got 30 multiple choice questions, is going to be marked out of 30 marks. Then section B, which is structured and essay questions, it is going to be marked out of 40 marks. The duration for this paper is 1 hour, 40 minutes, more or less the same as the 844 duration for the paper. Let's look at integrated science paper 2. Integrated science paper 2 is actually going to take a period of 1 hour, 30 minutes. This is a practical paper that is going to be marked out of 30. Remember, paper 2 is going to be more of a practical activity. Remember, the learners are going to be exposed to some project activities in some learning areas. Of course, paper 2, integrated science, is going to take a period of 1 hour, 30 minutes. Total marks awarded, 30. Now let me take you through agriculture, right? Well, agriculture, like you all know, is an integration of agriculture itself and also home science. Remember when the rationalization came in and the integration came in, of course, you've got to understand what is the difference between rationalization and integration. Integration meant that there is a subject that was put alongside, that was put in another, like agriculture put in home science, and home science mixed together with agriculture and all that, pre-technical studies together with computer science, and also pre-technical studies itself. So when you put the 2 subjects or 3 subjects together, like pre-technical, business studies, and computer science, that is integration. But then when we talk about rationalization, it is more of trying to harmonize the 3, the 2, or just one particular learning area. Let me take you through paper 9 or 6, agriculture. Agriculture is going to be administered in 2 papers. Paper 1, that is paper 9 or 6 of 1, is agriculture, which is going to be administered and marked out of 70 marks. This section, this paper 1 has got 2 sections, section A and section B. Section A is going to have 30 multiple choice questions, which is also going to be marked out of 30. And then section B, which is structured and essay questions, going to be marked out of 40 marks. Then we go to before I leave that particular area, I also want to mention that there is paper 2. Yes, of course, paper 2 is agriculture 9 or 6 of 2. That is a practical paper. Now, practical paper is going to be marked out of 30. It's going to take 2 hours, 30 minutes, with planning taking 1 hour and the practical itself taking 1 hour, 30 minutes. Remember, agriculture is going to be, the practical part of it is going to be administered this term, which is this second term, alongside pre-technical studies and creative arts. So agriculture and pre-technical studies and creative arts is going to be administered in second term, which are practical part of the papers. Then let's look at paper number 7, which is social studies. Social studies is called 907. Social studies is going to be administered in one paper consisting of 2 sections marked out of 100. Section A of social studies is going to comprise of 20 multiple choice questions, which is going to be marked out of 20 marks. And then section B, which is going to comprise of the structured and essay questions, going to be marked out of 80 marks. Let me go to the next one. And of course, social studies is going to take a duration of 1 hour, 30 minutes. It's different from the way we used to have 2 hours, 15 minutes for social studies and CRE. Note that CRE is not going to be part of the social studies paper. It is going to be assessed on its own. Then let me look at the Christian religious education. That is paper number 8, called 908. That is CRE, all right? Now, CRE is going to be administered in one paper consisting of 2 sections, going to be marked out of 100. Section A comprises of 20 multiple choice questions marked out of 20 marks. In section B, it comprises of structured questions going to be marked out of 80 marks. The duration for CRE is 1 hour, 30 minutes. But of course, the same trend is going to be applied for paper 901, which is Islamic religious education, and the same is going to apply to the Hindu religious education paper 910, and the duration is going to remain the same. Then let me then take you to paper number 11, that is creative arts, 911. Creative arts is going to be administered in 2 papers. Paper 1, which is paper 11, paper 911 of 1, which is going to be a project activity, going to be marked out of 100 marks. So in this particular area, an integrated project comprising of performing arts, visual arts, and sport is going to apply. Remember, creative arts has got performing arts, visual arts, and some other things like, the music is going to be part of it. But in this case, the practical activity, like I said, is going to be conducted in second term in July. Right. Then the project activity is going to take a duration of 3 months. It ought to have started between the month of May, June, and July. But of course, I hope that the activity is almost being sent to schools. And then there is paper 2. Paper 2 is paper 911 of 2, which is going to be marked out of 100 marks. It consists of 2 sections. Section A will be 40 multiple choice questions, which is going to be marked out of 40 marks. And then section B is going to comprise of structured questions going to be marked out of 60 marks. Then this particular section 2 of this paper, part 2 or paper 2 of creative arts is going to take 1 hour, 40 minutes. Then let me take you through the final paper. This is my favorite. That is paper number 12, pre-technical studies, called 912, which is going to be administered in 2 papers. Paper 1, which is paper 9, 12 of 1, is pre-technical studies, which is going to comprise of, it will be marked out of 80 marks. Then we have got, of course, we have got the format of the paper. What is the format of this particular paper 1? It comprises of section A and B, whereas section A has 30 multiple choice questions going to be marked out of 30. Then we also have got section B, which is a structured and essay questions, which is going to be marked out of 50. Then that should give you the 80 marks that we talked about in paper 1. Then this is going to take learners a duration of 1 hour, 40 minutes. But at the same time, we have got paper 2. Paper 2, which is paper 9, 12 of 2, is going to be marked out of 40 marks. This is the project activity, which I told you is going to be administered in second term. Now, a project activity will take a period of another 1 month to be done. So somewhere in July, the learners will be doing a pre-technical activity. And let me also mention, let me take you back to agriculture. The project activity for agriculture is going to take 2 forms. There are those who will do agriculture, and there are those who will do home science, depending on the interest and the passion that the learners will be able to choose, or how the school would wish to structure their project activities. So these are this is actually the structure of the junior school grade 9 assessment, that is the Kenya Junior School Education Assessment paper. Now, you as teachers, you as learners, you now know how your assessment is going to look like. Prepare yourself and do your best in the upcoming assessment. Wish you all the best. Keep in here as we take you through the criteria of the selection of the senior schools in my next presentation. Don't miss out, because I'm going to take you through step by step how to select the pathways, how to select the tracks, how to select the subjects, and how to choose the senior schools so that you do not miss the point and make mistakes. Thank you. This is MLEC, Mentalink Education Consultants.